SubhanAllah, what's really interesting is a mindset that a lot of us have adopted today in terms of measuring success. You see, whenever we try to go out to achieve a goal, we have milestones, steps along the way to make sure that we're making progress towards that goal. But we only decide if that entire project was a success or a failure based on the end result. And if it doesn't come out as we had pre-planned it to be, then we deem the whole project as a failure and we move on. And sometimes perhaps we even identify ourselves as failures. And this is a weak mindset. And subhanAllah, Islam comes to contradict that entirely. You see, in Islam, we measure based on effort. Allah looks at your deeds and the effort that you put in to try to achieve this goal, not necessarily the end result. And you have prophets that came before Muhammad alayhi who preached for years and decades and centuries. And what do they have to show for it? Perhaps a few hundred followers, if any. SubhanAllah. Take Nuh, for example, who preached for 950 years. And what does he have to show for it on the Day of Judgment? A few hundred, a handful of followers? Does that deem him as a failure? Ma'adallah, never. Do we see that man of any less value? Astaghfirullah, never. This is one of the greatest prophets and messengers to have walked this earth. SubhanAllah. But you see, the effort is what is rewarded. The effort is what is looked at by Allah. And may Allah make us people who put in the effort and put in a clean intention with a good heart and try to actually move forward, because that is real success, you see. The end result, if it were a failure, that's completely fine. Ideally, we look for a success, but a failure does not mean that we have failed. The failure is when we do not try. The failure is when we give up. The failure is when we no longer put in the effort and keep moving forward. SubhanAllah, and Islam teaches us that so profoundly. The way Allah measures our deeds, He does not look at the end result. He looks at what was in our heart and the effort that we put in to get to wherever it is we're going. May Allah make us people who understand and people of good deeds and reward us for the efforts that we put in. Barakallah feekum. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.